Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be talking about something a little bit different. We're going to be talking about the stock market. But don't worry, we're not going to be talking about analyzing charts and the dividends and yields and getting into all of the math and the finance inside of stocks. No, we're going to be talking about the stock market from an outsider's or beginner's perspective. I started with the stock market a couple of weeks ago, and I started from basically knowing nothing. There were 5 apps that really helped me gain my bearings in the market and made me feel comfortable enough to make my first investment. In a little over 2 weeks, I have learned a lot, and my investments are starting to pay off. It's not anything crazy, I'm not the Wolf of Wall Street yet, but who knows, maybe eventually. If I can do it, you can do it. So if you're interested in learning and making some money, just a little bit of money, I mean maybe a lot, but don't expect anything crazy, it's not a get rich quick type of thing, then check out these 5 apps. Each of these apps has a different function, all related to the stock market. The first app is the first app that I downloaded for stocks, and that is called By MyWallSt. And it basically reads like an ebook. It's very clean, the design is perfect, it makes learning easier. There's no extra information, it's really concise, and I think it's really great. So for example, the first chapter is Why Invest. And there were 6 lessons in that, so you click on one of the lessons. You can change it to night mode, you can change it to day mode, you can change the font size. You can do a lot with this app, but it really does set you up for learning and position you for success in the stock market by providing you that foundation of understanding how things work. So now, once you know about the stock market, it's fun to have some fun with it. That's where Invstr comes in, Invstr. And that app is a stock simulator. So basically, Invstr gives you $1 million and you choose how to invest it. And you can have leagues, like almost like a fantasy football, or if you're not into sports, like a bachelor fantasy league. And I have one that I made for my family called the Fam of Wall Street. It's fun to do though, and it's fun to learn about stocks through this simulator. It's real time, it shows you the drops and the peaks. And when you click on each stock, like let's say we click on Starbucks, for example. Hold on. Let's say we look up a stock. I'm gonna look up Zynga, which is a mobile video game platform, like Words with Friends. If you wanna play me on Words with Friends, my username's right here. It gives you this instrument score. I don't know where they get this, but I found that metric interesting. It's a metric that tells the health of the stock. So I've used that metric and cross-referenced it with some of the other apps that I'm going to get into to decide whether a certain stock investment is worth it. And then by also putting this in the simulator, you can watch the patterns and see how a certain stock goes up and down before you buy it. So next up is the first app that I got into when I started trading, real trading, and that is Robinhood. And Robinhood has been in the news recently for being down for an entire trading day, which is unheard of and unprecedented. So a lot of people are considering leaving Robinhood. And to that, I am not leaving. I decided to stay, but to have a backup. And my backup I'm gonna get into. But Robinhood was the easiest, one of the best UI and UX designs of an app I've ever seen. It actually got the Apple Award for Editor's Choice. So props to Robinhood for making stock trading fun. Robinhood really did change the game. They were the ones to eliminate the trading fees, and everyone else had to follow suit. So Robinhood got rid of the fees, threw them out the window, and all of the other trading brokers followed suit, more or less. Some probably still have fees, but the big ones more or less followed suit. I'm not gonna show you guys my portfolio, but say I was to look up something. I'd tap the question mark at the bottom, gives you all of the news. You can just scroll, see the top movers, and then what I like to do is look up a specific stock. So maybe Glue Mobile. Glue is a gaming platform that I've been watching. Haven't bought it, but I've just been watching it. Shows you real time the drops in prices, the percentages, gives you different options of viewing the charts. You can see 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 1 year, 5 years. You can scroll down, it gives you the stats, it gives you the news associated with the apps, gives you some analyst ratings, sometimes it doesn't give you any analyst ratings and that information is limited, the earnings and what people also bought, and the lists that it's on. It's great to learn about the stock market through Robinhood because it's very easy to navigate. It's much easier than its competitors, and it's personally the one that I'm sticking with for most of my investing. But if you choose to go elsewhere, I completely understand, especially because it was down in the past week due to infrastructure issues. But I still have faith in Robinhood for really changing the game and making learning about stocks easy, making it design friendly, and making it cool. It makes it fun. It's not like looking at a chart that looks like it was built on like, I don't know, some sort of advanced like, what's the IBM platform? SPSS. Like, it looks much more design friendly. Next up, Fidelity. So when Robinhood went down, I kind of panicked and I opened a Fidelity account. But really, I planned on opening a Fidelity account anyways, because for bigger investments, for things like setting up a retirement account, looking into certain, I don't know, if you want to start any kind of like college account, anything like that, you should go with a company that's bigger like Fidelity. And Fidelity also gives you access to fractional shares. And what that means is you can buy $1 worth of Apple stock, Tesla, some of the big companies, you can buy a piece or a fraction of that share. And that's something that I think is very useful. And that feature is rolling out on Robinhood as well, but it's not available to all users yet. So Fidelity really excels there, and what Fidelity does great is that they give you access to social sentiments. And that's something that I'm not gonna show you because before you sign up for Fidelity, they don't give you access to that information, so I don't know if they want that publicized. So I'm not gonna show you that. But Fidelity is relatively easy to use, and it gives you access to analyst ratings that Robinhood doesn't, and social sentiments, more information about the company, more information in general, and it gives you more capabilities. The fees are around the same, they're all pretty much free. I still prefer Robinhood, like I said, but Fidelity is my backup. I mean, it's my backup and for larger investments. So I think it's good to have 2 broker accounts. You can have as many broker accounts as you want. So yeah, those are 4 apps, but the 5th app is something a little unexpected, and that is Reddit. I started, once I got into all of these apps, I joined some of the subreddits. And if you don't know what a subreddit is, it's kind of like an online forum or a group. So there are certain subreddits like penny stocks, Robinhood penny stocks. And I'm not advocating for or against penny stocks, but I think it's interesting to read up on what people have to say, why they're investing in certain companies, maybe some news that's about to come out about a certain company. Just people are sharing their research on certain stocks, and I think that's interesting to read up on. So Reddit is a very valuable tool as well. So those 5 apps together created this foundation that I feel confident about when making a purchase in the stock market. So hopefully this helps you. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Maybe one day we'll all be the Wolf of Wall Street. Wouldn't that be a great world? Comment down below anything that helped you learn about the stock market if you're not new to it, or even if you are. And if you want to see more from me, click the subscribe button. I post a new video every Thursday, and next week I'm going to post twice. So I'll see you next week. Peace.